God is saying to you today, if you would like to change your life, you must first change the way you think about your life. Thoughts are not just thoughts. They are bridges and doors and entryways and foundations. They magnetize and repel. They can build a house and tear it down. They can energize momentum or keep you idling within your own little world forever. Thoughts are investments and they are decisions. The mind will generate an endless series of options, some inspiring and others terrifying, and so you must choose. You must choose what you will return to, what you will believe in, what you will place weight on. Because thoughts create feeling, and feeling creates desire, and desire creates action, and action creates reward, and reward creates more desire. And before you know it, a thought became the torch that led you down the path that is your life. If you would like to change your life, you must first change the way you think about your life. There never was another way. Type yes if you feel this. God message today, improve. It is often because you have not yet crossed the plateau of latent potential. Complaining about not achieving success despite working hard is like complaining about an ice cube not melting when you heated it from 25 to 31 degrees. Your work was not wasted, it is just being stored. All the action happens at 32 degrees. When you finally break through the plateau of latent potential, people will call it an overnight success. The outside world only sees the most dramatic event rather than all that preceded it. But you know that it's the work you did long ago, when it seemed that you weren't making any progress, that makes the jump today possible. Type 1111 if you believe this. Today's message for you: if you're really struggling with feelings of regret or self-deprecation over something that you think may have hurt another person, be brave enough to go back into the memories you have of the situation. Notice the perspective you were in at that point of time. Who was I? Who did I need to be? Why did I need to be that way? What was I trying to protect about myself? What was being threaded by this person's actions? Did I feel like something really bad would have happened to me if I didn't do what I did? Ultimately, was I truly in a frame of mind to be able to consider and be aware of someone else's feelings or the potential impact I could have had on them? Why? Explore any other questions that arise. What you will come to see when you're willing to be vulnerable and honest with yourself is that at the heart of your behavior is innocence. The innocence of needing to feel emotionally safe, to feel stable, to feel like everything was not going to fall apart, or perhaps to not have your sense of self threatened by something you felt like you could not control. The fact that you may have felt so threatened, emotionally shut down, overwhelmed, or out of control at the time that it was too painful for you to even be able to see or understand another person's perspective, let alone empathize with them. To notice that if anyone were in your exact situation, under the same set of circumstances, emotions, and perspectives, that it had been impossible to have been different. Type, "I am God's child," to claim it. God is saying to you tonight, sometimes we think that life isn't in our favor because what we really wanted hasn't worked out. But that's when we need to have utmost faith that everything happening at that particular moment is not only in our favor, but it's what's meant for us. And it might not make sense to us right then, or even weeks and months down the line. But one day, we will look back at this time and be grateful that what we wanted didn't happen, because everything worked out for the best. It always does. Type, "I'm optimistic," if you're ready. Today's message for you: you should never let how people feel about you dictate the way that you feel about yourself. It's so common to measure your self-worth by external factors, and it's not until you truly value yourself that you learn how heartbreaking that is. Why is it that some people can so easily make you feel like you're not good enough, or that you're not worthy of what they have to offer? How can the way someone feels about you make you doubt yourself and destroy your confidence? Stop letting shitty people dictate how you feel about yourself. Stop letting people who have a long way to go with their personal development hinder your progression. When will you realize just how much you deserve? When will you see that you are so worthy of what you desire? When will you stop looking for validation in the wrong places? When will you realize that it's all in you? It always has been, and it always will be. Type, "I am aware," if you are. Message from God. Ask yourself what you want your life to look like. Close your eyes and try to picture yourself living your happiest life to the highest potential. Notice what surrounds you, who surrounds you. Notice what you have and what you bravely left behind to get to this place of peace. Now think about the present moment and ask yourself if the life you are living now will eventually lead you to the life you were just imagining for yourself. And if the answer is no, ask yourself what you could do different. Type, "I believe in myself," to affirm. Today's message for you: the best version of yourself is actually the version of you who is completely happy with what they have. It is the version of you that wears the clothes in your closet and cooks the food they bought. It is the version of you who appreciates where they are while still remaining steadfast in building more. It is the version of you who can sit back and savor a moment. The version who can dance to the music while it plays. It is the version that is grateful for the work they have and does it diligently and with principle. It is the version of you who is no longer stretching constantly for something just out of reach. It is the version of you who is no longer looking to the future, because it is the version of you who knows how to make the best of what you have right now. Type 2222 to affirm this to yourself. Today's message, self-love, will heal you, empower you, restore you, and open up new worlds within you and all around you. Self-love is the key to your mental, spiritual, and emotional health. Every aspect of your life thrives when you love who you are and accept yourself. It all begins with you. Type, I'm optimistic if you're ready. God message for you today. Even in a crowded mind, there is still room to experience peace. So take delight in the little things that mean something to you. You do not have to have every small detail of your life sorted out to appreciate the small and seemingly insignificant. For even if you knew you were going to have all of the answers you were looking for a year from now, you would inevitably still have doubts and things you had to figure out. There will always be unknowns and questions that you will struggle with. So perhaps more than trying to fix it, you can learn to find peace in the middle of them. Learn to see that in the trenches, grace shows up and reminds you things will inevitably change, and you will grow all the same. You are more than your worry. You are more than your doubt. Your story will still unfold no matter what you have not figured out. Like this video if you have a believe in God. God message, high self-worth is essential as water, sleep, and oxygen. You must believe you deserve space. You must believe you are worth it. And then take that a little higher and add your wildest dreams to this ecosystem. Our thoughts nourish our mind. When we think happy, exciting thoughts, our mind actively searches for these things in our surroundings to reaffirm and validate them. Even if we don't yet have it, when we think about a big dream or goal, our mind starts pinpointing the opportunities that lead us to achieving these desires. Whenever you feel lost in life, go back to the drawing board of your self-esteem. Build yourself up again as many times as you need to, even when it feels like you are starting over. Self-love, vibrations, and energy is an important priority like sleep, water, and nutrition. Channel your highest self-regard before bed. Just a little reminder, when you're struggling with a difficult situation, the best thing you can do is insist on championing yourself. Do not compromise, do not falter. You special. Type, I am ready to shine to affirm. Universe message, everything starts with loving yourself. Love yourself enough to take your dreams seriously. Love yourself enough to make mistakes and keep going. Love yourself enough that you know you matter, that your voice matters, that you are worthy of what you most want. Love yourself enough that you are your own fiercest advocate. Love yourself so much that nobody in this world can define you. Love yourself so well, others have to rise to your level. Love yourself so well, others have a standard they have to meet. Love yourself so much that you become an open, fertile space for what's meant for you to come right in. Today's message for you: if you've reached a point in your life where things aren't making much sense, you might be going through a transformation. Don't be too hard on yourself. Things will become clearer soon. We have to get rid of the old to make room for the new. We have to be lost for a while to understand what direction to take. We have to go through old lessons to gain new wisdom. We have to experience the hard times to appreciate the best times. Trust the process. Everything is happening in your favor. Type "I am aware" if you are. God says your sensitivity is not a sign of weakness. Your sensitivity makes you beautiful. It makes you different. It makes you unique. We live in a world where it's easier to pretend that you don't feel. And if you dare express that you feel, you become an easy target to be picked on and hurt. So, from a young age, you're taught that strength means hiding how you feel, or not expressing your feelings at all. I want you to ask yourself, if you don't feel, how can you truly love? If you don't feel, how can you empathize with the tragedies happening in the world? If you are sensitive to being disrespected, it means that you will not disrespect others because you know how it feels to be disrespected. If you are sensitive to being ignored or lied to, you will not ignore or lie to others because you know how it feels to be ignored and lied to. Promise yourself from today to be at peace with your sensitivity. Instead of trying to hide it, cherish it. Type "I embody love" to affirm. God says today, it takes strength to show kindness to your soul while you are healing. Some of us fear being vulnerable around others. We are so afraid to unmask ourselves and show our true colors to the rest of the world. But there is no shame in recovery. We are only human. We are allowed to make mistakes and learn from them. There is such beauty in redemption, such wisdom in growing. Be a friend to your heart while it undertakes its journey. Type "I believe in myself" to affirm. God says, one day you will be exactly where you want to be. One day you will look around you in awe that whatever you hoped for and wished for happened for you. One day you will close your eyes and tilt your head back as you face the relentlessly blue sky overhead, sending thank yous to all the lessons that got you there, to all the blessings, to the people both gentle and rough, to all the tears, the breakdowns, the late nights and long days, the sacrifices and moments when you refused to give up. One day you will have everything that you ever wanted, and that is when you will know that it all works out in the end. All you need is a little bit of courage. All you need is a little bit of love. All you need is a little bit of hope to get you along the way. Type Amen if you are ready. Today's message: sometimes life puts you in an uncomfortable position, in a place where you feel you are not ready to be in, not strong enough to handle, not emotionally prepared to work with. It pushes you beyond the limits that you had placed for yourself. Life puts you in circumstances that you feel unprepared for, and the reality is, no matter how long you wait, there are some circumstances that you never can be prepared for. There are some phases that you simply need to be pushed towards in order to mature and grow. Sometimes you simply find yourself having to taste the bitterness of difficulty in order to gain the knowledge that your soul truly needs. In life, you will find yourself being pushed out of your comfort zone, tested against your own boundaries, and learning. Sometimes through blessings and other times through lessons. Sometimes to learn the best lessons and mature in the best way, you must be willing to accept the uncomfortable position life puts you in. Type I embody love to affirm. Today's message for you: you know exactly what time it is. Your intuition has been sensing a change in the energy of your journey for quite some time now. An unexpected chapter just opened up, and it's about to throw you into an entirely new direction. This is what your soul's been preparing for. Get ready to receive your blessings in a divine bundle. Every challenge you've been put through has fortified all the layers of your spirit that needed strengthening. You're too evolved to go back to your old ways. There's a beautiful pathway being created for you. Step onto it with faith and leave fear where it belongs, behind you. Type Amen if you below this. Universe message: patience and persistence. Nothing great is ever accomplished without persistence and patience, because in order to be successful, your dreams must translate into work. The people who succeed in life are the people who are willing to do what they don't feel like doing. They are not mastered by their moods. They are mastered by the master, and they establish their goals and plans according to God's will. If you are going to really reach your goals in life, sometimes you have to delay gratification. You have to do the tough thing instead of the fun thing, the right thing instead of the pleasurable thing. Any goal that's worth achieving is going to have obstacles in the way. You need to have a long-term view, so when difficulties come, you can persevere knowing that you are going to get past it. God's timing is perfect and ours is not. When you find yourself in God's waiting room, just be patient and persistent. A God-given vision will always be fulfilled. God message: you feel behind in life because you have constructed your own concept of time based off the lives of others. So when you see someone your age and notice that there are still many milestones that seem to be hanging in the distance for you, you feel like a failure. You convince yourself you're going to be too late to achieve these dreams if they don't come true soon. But you need to know that you're not up against a clock. Although certain dreams may have not manifested in your life yet, doesn't mean they will not happen at all. It just means there isn't a perfectly designated time in life for anything, as life is not a checklist to get through. You are exactly where you are meant to be according to the pace of your beautifully unique path. I hope you give yourself permission to set your own definitions of happiness and success. Life is not one size fits all. Type yes if you're ready. God is saying to you today, you will never know if something is meant for you if you don't give it a proper chance. Whether it's a relationship, a new job, a new city, or a new experience, throw yourself into it completely and don't hold back. If it doesn't work out, then it probably wasn't meant for you, and you'll walk away without regret, knowing that you put your whole heart into it. That's all you can ever do. It's a horrible feeling leaving a situation knowing that you should have and could have done more. So find the courage to take that chance. Find the inspiration to make your next move, and once you do, pour your heart into it and don't look back. God says, this is just the beginning. You have so much more to do and discover. I know it feels like you should be further along by now, but be patient with yourself. Good things take time, and there is no need to rush this beautiful journey you are on. Take each day as it comes and make the most of it. Rest easy knowing that things are falling into place and everything is coming together just like how you hoped they would in your mind. Don't waste any of your precious breaths comparing your progress to anyone else. Inspiration goes so much further than comparison, and you're far too special and unique to measure your success by external factors. Good things take time, and my dear, you're destined for the extraordinary. Please subscribe our channel and turn on bell notification for more God message.